Next, let's queer up business. Brands embrace LGBTQ+ as Apple, American Eagle, and Gaultier launched 2024 Pride Collection. Rainbow capitalism usually features in dozens of stories that Queer News Tonight covers leading up to June Pride Month. However, 2024 seems to be a significant decline in our coverage. So, in celebration of Pride Month 2024, when several renowned and independent brands have unveiled their vibrant Pride collections, it got our attention. The announcements reflect solidarity with the LGBTQ+ community while acknowledging the ongoing journey towards equality. Among the frontrunners in this commemoration, Apple introduces the 2024 edition of its Apple Watch Loop, adorned with the hues of the inclusive Pride flag and adorned with laser etching that proudly reads, Pride 2024. The tech giant's initiative signifies its commitment to inclusivity and diversity. American Eagle emerges with a groundbreaking gender-neutral apparel collection encompassing a range of t-shirts, matching sets, and denim pieces. Alongside this release, American Eagle and the Aerie Real Foundation pledged a substantial $100,000 contribution to It Gets Better, reinforcing their dedication to supporting LGBTQ+ causes beyond the month of June. Paul Gaultier makes a statement with 2024 edition of its Pride fragrance, featuring a captivating design paying homage to the influential work of queer artist and activist Keith Haring. Notably, TomboyX, a trailblazing queer-founded brand, launches new styles in its popular apparel range, catering to all bodies and needs of all sizes across the gender spectrum. These initiatives highlight that while some brands like Bud Light are stepping away from the LGBTQ+ community out of fear and losses, not every brand is scared. So I do think that there are some companies that don't need to market for gay pride, aka Bud Light. I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but there are some companies, I don't want to throw them under a bus, like, you know, Starbucks, that basically stop their LGBTQ+ merch. And there's a lot of workers that work for them. So you'd think that they would be more, having more rainbow Stanley cups because of their employees, the people that are working for them behind the counter. So
I will value more about their work culture, like how the Starbucks treat their LGBTQ+ employees more than whether they sell rainbow pattern Stanley cups or not. For me, the best corporate action regarding Pride is to provide and protect your LGBTQ+ employees. Yes, I understand that sometimes these corporations will have to donate to conservative politicians because they operate in the area that they are at. That's unavoidable. I mean, a company might not be able to do business otherwise. You're just going to be in the red state and not lobby anyone. But on the other hand, the superficial piety to our causes just by slapping a rainbow flag on something, even if it is a power company like FPL, like I don't know why they have Pride. For me, that's the important part.
I think it's important that they show their support, not just to the employees, but we know Starbucks doesn't have a very good record lately of supporting their employees, no matter LGBT or not. Correct. Exactly. Yes. But I do think it's important that the customers see that, that they are, appreciated and be paid attention to and catered to. Because, we don't live in a time when this doesn't matter. It does still matter that we are visible and that we are being supported and accepted for who we are. And I just want to throw a silent here. Bud Light, they may not make their Pride beer anymore because we haven't been able to get it last year or this year, but they're still a sponsor of our event. So, they may not put it out there, but they are still supported, and they're giving to the cause.
The best initiative is putting someone queer at a higher seat, more queer executives that have queer feedback on some of the merchandise and how they're marketing and where they're allocating some of these funds.
Yeah, I think people really have to. I hear people say that they don't believe that they have any power. I hear people say that they don't think that their vote matters. And those things hurt me because you have all the power. We have all the power.
Yes.
Starbucks, as an example, many years ago, I used to buy my coffee at Starbucks because they paid for their employees. They paid for veterans to go to college for free.
Yeah.
So even though I knew I was paying a little bit more for my coffee, I knew where my money was going. And I wanted to be part of that, right? And I think on the flip side, we can do the same thing and go, you know, I don't want my money going towards what you're supporting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really important nowadays, more than ever, that our community be very, very aware of these. We say these terms like, you know, everybody puts on their little rainbow for June and then they disappear after June.
Very much.
But it's really not a joke because that's turning into legislation. It's turning into anti-trans legislation. It's turning into anti-LGBTQ legislation. It's turning into women not having control of their bodies.
Yes.
Like, if you don't think you have the power, trust me, they're taking your rights away. You have the ability to take your rights back. Right?
Absolutely. And I think it's very important that you just don't wait for somebody to do it for you.
That's
You
right,
actually stand up and you do it yourself.
Someone got to step up, and we should all step up.
We should all
Yeah.
step up. I mean, that's how we've always
And
done
if
it.
you do, others will follow.
And,
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is that the Bud Light tobacco, I always think that it was a pre-planned stunt by the conservative side of the country to essentially make an example out of the brand so that to scare, literally to scare the American corporations into hiding when it comes to Pride. But Target is still putting Pride collection out, as far as I know. Some of them will be online, but who doesn't shop online these days?
Yeah.
And there will be Pride collection everywhere. But sometimes I just wish that the designs of them can be a little more innovative. I really like the Keith Haring inspired Gaultier perfume, but not everything just like rainbowify your logo. Like I can certainly say some brands, including premium fashion brands, who just I'm like, okay, can I find something that I can actually wear with actual fashion pride in addition to gay pride, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, the other point that I just want to make real quick, just because I work in public health, is that on the public health side, these things do save lives. Somebody seeing that pride flag in a window makes a difference. Somebody seeing that T-shirt when they're walking through the store, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. It could be life and death sometimes.
It can be a little tense.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, we're gonna keep our eye out on these corporations, see what we can do moving forward.